Welcome. This video is on control function. Control is considered to be one of the functions in management, just like other management functions like planning, organizing, staffing, directing. Control is considered to be inevitable. Planning can be successful only if control is exercised. Control is a managerial function that ensures if organizational activities are aligned with organizational goals and objectives. Without effective control, organization cannot achieve its planned outcomes. Through effective control, managers are able to identify and track if there are any mistakes, deviations, or errors in the performance and achievement of organizational results. The importance of control function. Control, when management constantly monitors, they would be able to identify the areas where improvement is required. They would be able to make adjustments to the plans. They would be able to identify and track the errors or mistakes of the employees. They will be able to identify areas where change needs to be implemented. Hence, control function helps in minimizing errors, motivating employees to work towards the common goals and achieve organizational success. The control process involves 4 steps. The first one is establishing standards. The second step is to measure the actual performance. The third one is to identify the deviations. And the fourth step is to make corrective actions. The first step is laying down standards. It is not possible for the manager to monitor the activities throughout the day or monitor the performance throughout the day. Hence, it is necessary to lay down yardsticks, which we call them as critical control points. Through these standards or critical control points, the managers will be able to assess the performance if they are as per the expected results. When we say standards, there are different types of standards or yardsticks or indicate performance indicators that could be laid down. The first one being physical standards. Physical standards are metrics which are measurable, but they are not monetary in nature, monetarily expressed. Physical standard examples of specific physical standards would be the number of units produced per hour in a factory, the quality or standard weight or dimension of steel beams which are used while building bridges. In a healthcare sector, maintaining a patient to nurse ratio of 5:1 in a hospital could be a performance standard. What are cost standards? Cost standards refer to the cost of the product. Specific costs such as cost of material, cost of labor, direct costs, indirect costs, or identifying what is the cost of production, selling expenses, or what is the cost per unit of the product. The goal of any organization is to minimize the cost. Hence, cost standards are used to achieve organizational results of maximizing profits. The third standard is capital standard, the investment that is made in business. This investment is compared with the returns which are generated. Returns are usually measured in terms of ROI, that is return on investment. So hence capital standard helps us to know if the investment made in business is beneficial or not. The next one is revenue standards. When we refer to the term revenue, it indicates sales revenue, the average sales made during a particular period, or average sales or revenue generated from a particular customer. All these are considered to be as revenue standards. Program standards, training programs, advertisement campaigns. The success of all these programs can also be measured. Intangible standards are those which are neither measurable nor expressed in monetary terms. They refer to the trust of the employees, the loyalty of the customers, the effectiveness of an advertisement campaign, the impact of a training program. All these are considered to be as intangible standards. When we say standards or yardsticks, they also refer to as benchmark. We also call them as, they could also be benchmarking, where we compare the performance of a firm with that of the other firms in the same industry to know how the organization has progressed. The second step in the control process is to measure the actual performance. The third step is to compare the actual performance with the yardsticks or the standards laid. The fourth step is to take corrective actions if there is any deviation between actual and standard performance. Control can be exercised at different point of time in an organization. There are three types of control that can be exercised. The first one being feed forward control, which is also called as preliminary control. Here, the organization or the management tries to monitor and verify the inputs and resources even before the process begins. They try to anticipate the problems even before they rise. The second one is concurrent control. This type of control is carried out in real time when the process is carried out, monitoring customer service interactions as they occur. The third type of control is called as feedback control, where you review the outcome. You correct the problems after they occur. Here are some examples of different types of control. Preliminary control, where you try to conduct quality check of raw materials supplied or provided by your suppliers even before they're used in the production process. Training programs offered for new employees, where we conduct a pre and post test before test the employees before and after the training program. Safety audits before the project execution. All this helps in preventing problems before they occur. Concurrent control. So, as we discussed, concurrent control is control that is exercised while the project is being executed or when they are ongoing. Supervising the assembly lines in manufacturing, live tracking of delivery vehicles in logistics, monitoring the customer interactions during a call. All these are examples of concurrent control. Feedback control, where we try to identify the problems after the process has been executed. We try to check our outputs and results to identify if there are any deviations so that corrective actions could be taken. Examples are customer feedback survey after the product launch, analyzing sales performance reports if there are any missed targets, reviewing the project outcomes to refine the future plans. Hence, we could conclude that effective management requires a balance of all these three types of control. So all these three types of control need to be executed by organization to ensure smooth operations and achievement of goals. Thank you.